Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of my Deus Ex Mankind Divided playthrough. And, yeah, first part was a mission to Dubai where we tried to interrupt an arms deal that an undercover agent of Interpol was doing. And a third party entered. And, yeah. And, fast forward a bit to where we've now entered what I presume to be the main, or one of the main, hub areas. Prague, the Czech Republic. So yeah, we're not in Detroit in America anymore, and, we're part of Interpol in a foreign land. And, yeah, so, yeah, the people who were augmentated have not been treated well. Massive police state routine happening all over the place. So, and it also apparently doesn't help when augmentated terrorists start blowing shit up. And the Illuminati, of course, are definitely involved, as per usual. And we even got to see them last time. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, Bob Page, who we do see, he's the main villain in the original game, so it makes sense that we would see him, despite being, you know, in the shadows himself. I personally would think it would have been better had the Illuminati, well, all of them, besides Page, you know, be shadowed over. Like, maybe you see silhouettes, maybe you hear their voices garbled up, but you definitely don't see them. I preferred how Human Revolution had it, where it was just their voices garbled over. Or how, Yu-Gi-Oh! Did it, where you had the meeting with Pegasus and Kaiba Corp's, board of directors, and the board of directors were all shadowed over with their voices being, you know, creepy. I would have preferred had they kept the Illuminati in a bit more mystique background like that, but it is what it is. They wanted to put faces to the members, I suppose. But other than that, you know, we got Jensen, you know, voiced once again by Elias. What's his name? I'm sorry, it's a name I rarely ever speak of, and you know. He's Canadian, that's all I can say, as far as I know. And, controls are a bit different, but feel similar at the same time, and it's noticeably improved. You know, they definitely added some more stuff compared to the last game. So, long story short, we're now in Prague, and we're about to get the ball rolling, so... Dubai. What's left of it. Alright. So. And apparently my augments have gotten a bit fried, which gives me the bad indication that perhaps I will have to, you know, redo my upgrades, which I don't like, but...
Open blinds.
Good morning, Adam. You have one new message.
From?
David Sarif.
Sarif?
Play it.
Adam, it's David. I know it's been a while, but after what happened in Prague yesterday... Look, son, whatever reasons you've had for not getting in touch these last 2 years, well, life's too short. I'm leaving for London soon, but give me a call.
They changed
You
his
saved
voice
his
actor.
vidcall number?
Yes, Adam. Just activate your TV system.
They changed his voice actor. Are you kidding? We still can't see our reflection. God damn it. I hate that. There's my clothes. Nice drawers. Parts. Sellable stem processor chip. Hydraulic micro pump. Looks like Adam was hard at work. Yeah, my augmentations are on the fritz. I can't do anything. Prague has become a hotbed of terrorist activity. It's why Task Force 29 set up shop here. Upon arriving from Dubai, I was meeting someone in secret when we both got caught in the latest attack. System took a hit, but seems trivial. No more after a shower. Regroup before heading out. Report to TF-29 eventually, but I'll get my thoughts and assess my injuries first. A whisper chip. Technically advanced listening device created by Janice. Oh, we can even move it around. That's cool. Oh, there's a code right there. How crafting works. Collect crafting parts. From inventory, select a weapon and hold an access to customization menu. Item crafting. Using R1 by selecting crafting parts and pressing stuff. So I can build stuff this time. That's new. That was definitely not in the first game.
Oh yeah! You know, before that little musical intro there, I was talking about some serious shit. So let's keep going. First
It's
of
not
all,
Alex
let me
Jones
get this
again.
out of the way when talking about the AUG incident. I've always hated that title. Incident? Incident? Steve using the head after eating 3 burritos and forgetting to light a match. That's an incident. What happened that fateful day in 2027 was beyond terror any of us has ever seen. AUG incident? Try AUG travesty. Try AUG massacre. How about AUG Armageddon? Because that's where we're headed, thanks to the horror of the Illuminati and their Humanity Front puppets unleashed on
Wait,
the
we
Earth
already heard
that
this.
day. I'm taking the time in this broadcast to remember, not so we can get together and cry about lives lost. I lost people too, and they should never be forgotten. No, I'm doing it because the AUG Insa Massageddon is only the first of many horror shows we're about to be subjected to, unless we figure this shit out fast.
It's some.
And how we sat on the brink of destruction minute by minute, how we hated the commies and the commies hated us, how they had a way of life that we couldn't fucking stand, and it was only a matter of time before they swallowed us up in their ideology and technological superiority. I don't either, actually, but my grandpa used to tell me about those days, and let me tell you, followers, it's starting to sound awfully fucking familiar.
Yeah, we already heard the same radio bit. Wait a minute. Huh, hacking software. Double check everything. File box. No computer access yet. HARP. Big conspiracy shit about that one. Like weather control devices or whatever. Credit chip. Books. Jensen's quite the reader. Detroit. I like this. There's all this detail. Well, look at that. Eastern Europe. Painkillers. Nothing in here. Oh, we can take a shower. Yeah, he lost his legs and his arms. Use the toilet. Police blunders lead to mistrial. From Prague, 6 high-ranking members of the Diwali crime family walked out of the courtroom as free men today after it became apparent the state police had once again accidentally destroyed evidence in the Melikov sex trafficking case. Oh, accident, they say. How much you want to bet it wasn't? The judge had no choice but to declare a mistrial once after Rehov Kaba testified that a handwritten ledger used to track the buying and selling of prostitutes had inadvertently been shredded. Yeah, how much you want to bet it's all bullshit? He added that the officer responsible for the mistake has been placed on paid administrative leave while the matter is being investigated. This marks the 3rd case this year in which members of the Diwali organization has escaped justice due to bureaucratic error. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit. How much you want to bet that they got paid off so that so that way they can keep coming in and out? And the assurance hollow is the assurance hollow enough to echo. In the assurance hollow enough to echo through the capital, the mayor declared. The state is launching an independent investigation into the chain of custody procedures. If corruption exists in Prague, we will stamp it out. Yeah, they're getting paid off to get let out. Every time they have them, somebody, conveniently, does something to stop it. Rogue arms dealer killed in Dubai. Interpol reports that John Trent, a dangerous ex-Bell Tower operative who disappeared during the AUG incident, is dead. Yeah, that Shepherd guy. Trent's body was recovered during a sting operation in Dubai, along with a shipment of weapons and banned black market augmentations. He planned to sell the contraband to augmented terrorists using the pseudonym Shepherd. Yup. Okay, no more washing. E-book. Juggernaut Collective, Interpol case file number 679310. The Juggernaut Collective originated in the early 2020s when a hacker named Eli posted a badly written call to arms type message on the dark net. Filled with misspellings and grammatical errors, it invited those disillusioned with the stranglehold 1%ers have on our world to join them in attacking, exposing, and spoiling their plots. Yeah, how much you want to bet it was some guy in his mother's basement who hadn't been to school for several years, perhaps many years. The group first made headlines in 2025 by hijacking atmospheric processors used by the popular weather artist in Paris and sending hurricane-force winds to decimate a Page Industries sponsored event. Bob Page, the main baddie. Around the same time, Eli was replaced on the line by new nom de plume Janice. Efforts to ascertain the real-world identity of either hacker have thus far proven unsuccessful. Janice. Isn't that a Greek or Latin name? I want to say it's based on mythology, but I don't know. I need to look it up. Under Janice's leadership, the collective have become increasingly effective at bankrupting Fortune 500 companies, exposing governmental misdeeds, and in general making life difficult for the extremely wealthy. Particularly worrisome to counter-terrorism agencies around the world There's growing evidence that the collective has been recruiting a number of experienced agents, often with black ops expertise, to assist them. Uh-oh. Gotta watch out for them black ops types. Okay. Oh, a baseball bat right there, and a TV right there. Oh, a telescope. Huh. Jensen is really fancies himself the engineer, astronomer, and reader. I mean, hell, in the original Human Revolution apartment, there was a lot of stuff. Don't know what this is yet. Baseball bat, more books and boxes. In terra firma, Task Force 29, the secret fight against global terrorism, weekend editorial part 1. On the 21st of March 2028, a chain of coordinated bomb attacks exploded in unsuspecting cities and communities around the world. In that terrifying 6-hour period, up to 50 low-tech but horribly effective devices destroyed lives and terrorized humanity one after the other. Too much, too late. It was the tragic reason the world finally heated. Highlighted by a press already gorged on stories of bloody terrorism, the lack of communication and cooperation between international intel gathering organizations was cited as the primary reasons for the March bombings going unprevented. Normally bound and gagged with political red tape, world leaders reached across political fences as international demand for a unified and collaborative solution aligned across the globe. In the weeks following, UN mediators urgently proposed an international cooperative force with the power to act effectively across borders, built upon the base of the existing G18. The effort quickly expanded with 11 more willing political participants, and Task Force 29 was born. Okay. Can't move the refrigerator. Biocells. Punish instantly with biocells. Single use. Can also be used.
He has such a hold on his followers that they would walk blindly into a situation where they'd be responsible for a mass murder on this scale. Not buying it. Not buying it, Picus. As usual. In fact, Picus, the more you say it, the less I'm buying it. That's just a personal rule when it comes to me. And just for the record, my eyeballs are happy that Eliza Cassan is back as the host after that disappearance at 27 for a while. But my ear holes still don't believe any word that slut puppet has to say.
Wow. Slut puppet, he says. Well, she's not exactly human, so kinda doesn't work. And also the fact, yet it's another game where I cannot see my own legs. Come on. Okay then, what just happened? I didn't mean to do that. Well, I can see my arms, but the fact that I can't see my legs is still, well, silly. What's this? Multi-tools can hack devices of any security rating. Multi-tools are discarded after use. Oh, yeah, I remember these. You could use those to hack doors and other control consoles without having to go through the hassle of going through hacking or code procedures. They looked different. They look different this time, though. Mail. Smart home. Question for you from Christian Giroux to Adam Jensen. Hey Jensen, sorry not to get back to you before this, been buried in a sea of paperwork, and frankly I'm surprised you're asking. Only met Miller once via the NSN, seemed more than competent. He was with the Tactical Assault Group in Australia before the incident. Hell of a marksman, so they say. Don't know how he ended up overseeing the Central European office, but then I don't understand how you ended up there either. After Detroit, I figured your SWAT experience and my recommendation would get you in the door, but I thought headquarters would keep you in the States. Sure could use your insider's knowledge of AUG developers to get a handle on the black market suppliers we've been chasing down. Hate to say it, but they're giving us hell. Ah, well. Adapt and react, right? Oh my god, shut up, Alex Jones. I thought you were done. Anyway, not much more I can tell you about Miller. If you do put in for a transfer, let me know first. Maybe I can pull strings. Director, Task Force 29, North American Division. Specs from Errolson Hugh. Adam, thank you for your detailed specifications for the trench coat. As discussed, it will be completed within 10 business days as shipped express. Sincerely, Errolson. Acronym. To Felsberg, 14055 Berlin, Germany. Peter Chang, you okay? Director Miller said you'd probably come in after a good night's sleep, despite what just happened to you. I have no idea why you would do that. If it was me, Task Force 29 is the last place I would want to go right now. Don't let the bunker atmosphere fool you. This place is a target. We're all targets. I'm just being paranoid here, okay? I'm not just being paranoid here, okay? You'll understand when we talk in person. P.S. Related to the above thing we need to talk about. I changed your office password. It's now the name of the band on the shirt Arya wore that time I saw her. The one I told you about. I swear I'm not trying to be cute or cryptic. I'm trying to be safe. Chang. PSS. Try running through your home smart system interface again and let me know if you're still getting that armory glitch. Latest firmware would have taken care of it. Last thing I'd want to do in your shoes is leave my apartment without my bullets. Okay. No control. Turn TV on. Call Seraph.
Adam, thanks for calling me back, son.
Oh.
Seraph.
I heard about the bombing in Prague. It's all over the news. Did anyone you know get hurt?
You know me. Tend to keep to myself. I'm surprised you even know I'm here.
Interpol called me when you applied for the job, part of their extensive background checks. I gave you a glowing recommendation.
Thanks. What do you want?
What do I want? Jeez, Adam. I know I did some questionable things in the past, but a lot's happened in the last 2 years. To both of us.
Yeah, you're out of business. Okay, so it is the same voice actor. I couldn't tell before.
That's true. For what it's worth, I'm glad you made it out of Panchaea.
Thank you. It wasn't easy, as I'm sure you know. I was at death's door by the time the rescue crews pulled me out of the wreckage, and while the doctors were stitching me back together, my company fell apart. There wasn't anything I could do to stop it, not from a hospital bed.
I heard Tai Young Medical bought everything up.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only biotech corporation that could, after the incident. Our patents, our tech, everything. Oh well, sometimes one dream has to die so another can rise from its ashes.
Okay, So, Tai Young Medical, despite killing off their Dragon Queen, Zhang, or whatever her name is, in the previous game, pulled a Disney and bought up all the competition.
You heard anything from Megan?
After all we went through, I thought she'd stand by me. Still, you know, she always wanted to be at the cutting edge. She didn't see a future for herself in Detroit, so she went to VersaLife.
Really?
She moved to Hong Kong?
San Francisco. They've got an offshore research facility there named Roca Seca Beach. I'm sure you've seen it in the news.
California, huh? I wonder if she's told her mother.
You want my advice, son? Write her out of your life. Because I'm damn sure she's written us out of hers.
Yeah, Megan Reed, that was his wife, who he thought was killed, but really was taken away, and she got very, very much became a workaholic, and at the end of that game, we were given in a post-credit audio that Bob Page recruited her, so whatever Seraph knows is likely just being covered up, and that she's really been working on something leading into, I presume, the creation of the protagonist of the original game, Denton, J.D. Denton, I think his name was. And then there's Frank.
You talked to Pritchard lately?
Frank? Out of all of us, I think he's the one who's changed the least.
He'd probably tell you there wasn't anything about him that needed changing.
I'm sure he would. But when the world transforms itself the way ours has, people need to adapt or get left behind. Frank's freelance now, but he's still in computer security, still in Detroit. I don't know if he'll ever leave.
Yeah, Pritchard. And apparently I can actually access the Jensen Stories DLCs, since I'm able to load into the main game. So if anything, once I get to a certain point in the game that I feel comfortable with, I will start up the DLCs. Well, 2 out of the 3, because I know there's the Prison Break one, which takes place before the events of the main game, and then there's the other 2 which take place at some point during the story of the main story. So that's what I might do if it allows me. Anyway, Megan Reed is off in California, likely on secret projects from Paige. Frank is being Frank, so I guess there's nothing much else.
Your message said you were going to London. Casual trip? Or is this tied to the new dream?
I'm meeting with the Santo Group, Nathaniel Brown and his investors.
Santo? They built the Udalek complex, the Og ghetto, here in Prague. Why are you meeting with them?
Brown's got big plans. He wants to focus on real solutions, ideas that look to the future. You've heard of the Safe Harbor Initiative?
I've heard of Rabia, the walled city he and his company are building in the desert for Augs.
Rabia's just a part of it. We're talking about self-sustaining, energy-efficient arcologies that can be replicated anywhere on Earth. Cities built by the augmented, for the augmented.
Where the dream of self-controlled human evolution lives on.
It may not seem like it right now, son, but one day, people will move on from the incident, and when that happens, we'll be ready for it. I'm glad we caught up, Adam. I've always tried to look out for you, you know. That bombing yesterday.
You didn't call to talk about the bombing. Just ask.
Nothing, really. I just need a signature so I can finish filing the bankruptcy paperwork.
You need my signature?
Yeah, apparently there was some kind of bureaucratic mix-up caused by you being declared legally dead for a year. The apartment in Detroit was leased in your name even though we paid for it.
Fine. Send me the paperwork.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it, really.
Goodbye, Seraph.
I liked that. I liked that we got to catch up with David again. I mean, he was Adam's boss in the previous game. I mean, yeah, he did some questionable things like replace Adam's legs and feet, legs and arms with RoboCop parts.
Really the face of a pacifist? Join the discussion online and let us know what you think. This is a
Yeah, they really went with the Renaissance influence.
And now for a close look at
Fair, impartial, unbiased, yeah, blah blah.
top stories.
What a load of crock.
Time for a close look at events making headlines around the world. The impact of the Og incident is still being felt, 2 years after the fact. The fear, the hatred, the violence. In the northwestern United States, a group of non-augmented citizens, armed with assault rifles, have begun patrolling the streets of
Nice lens flare. Nice shading and lighting.
not doing enough to protect them from augmented crazies. In China, meanwhile, a group of protesters demanding freedom and basic human rights for all, regardless of augmented status, have been imprisoned by the Chinese government. In apparent retribution for that act, vigilante hackers tied to the Juggernaut Collective have crashed the Shenzhen Stock Exchange.
Juggernaut Collective, huh? I know about the medication, I know. How's my inventory? Parts. Looking a little full there, unfortunately. I might have to drop stuff.
Yes, folks, these are troubled times indeed. This is Eliza.
I think I'm gonna drop some things. Processor chip. No functionality other than monetary value. Monetary value. Okay, so it's stuff that I can sell. Overclock software.
Reporting to you live from Picus.
The Santo. Construction, oncology, quality, excellence. Santo. Restoring the past and building.
How much you want to bet Santo's gonna be to this what Bell Tower was in the previous game? Anything else? Can't. Okay, so we called Sarah, caught up with him. Now there's this smart app right here, whatever it is. Smart home online. Lock and unlock doors. Open, close, wall panel.
I'll keep you safe. As you wish, but remember, home owner, this poses a substantial security risk. As you wish.
Huh. Look at that. Nice little safe. Nice apartment. Much more rustic compared to,
Who knows how long, if you happen to buy a pack of cigarettes from the local 7-Eleven guy.
Yeah. Frank ammo. Stun gun. I don't know if I want to take these yet. I'm gonna leave the rifle and whatnot ammo in there. I don't want to take it out yet. Oh, look at that. The classic coat, the DLC coat, and the new coat. Huh. I like the leather on this one, but I'm going to start with the normal one. Time to go to work, Mr. Jensen.
It's good to finally hear from you, Agent. You doing okay?
Sorry about the downtime. I'll get to the office as soon as I can, but my Augs took a hit during the attack. I need to get them looked at.
Of course. There's a lot of work ahead of us, Jensen. I'll see you when you get in.
Mr. Anderson.
Dr. Kohler, I need to pay you a visit.
Jensen! Now's actually a really good time for me, like right now!
Something wrong?
There are some guys in my bookshop. Pissed off the Valley gangster-looking guys. So, unless you want bloodshed the day after a terror attack...
The front door isn't the most peaceful option. I got it.
Huh. Travel to Sister Svert. I have no idea how to speak Czech. Travel. Find Kohler at the bookstore. If I want access to all my abilities, I'll need to see the specialist, my doctor, Vaclav Kohler. He runs a black market clinic out of a bookstore near my apartment. It's called the Time Machine. Want to follow a local gang, want to fix me up. Seagulls.
Jděte pryč.
Fuck you then. Huh.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
I need to... It's somebody's house I can go in.
Boží zákrok? Byla to bomba. Jak si to pro boha můžou plíst?
Data store.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Vždycky. A nikdy jsme je nevybírali.
Nah.
Ti potřebujeme.
It's too slow. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight for the green. You could barge into people's houses. Well, we got a nice inside apartment, but unfortunately it's in a crappy neighborhood. Look at this shit. Garbage all over the place, boarded up. Windows. Graffiti everywhere.
Trace program access granted.
Likvidátor Scott už tam byl, ale že by něco hlásil, jsem ještě neslyšel.
Whoa. This place looks like a dump. Typhoon, biocells, mines. Overclock software. Whoa. The void which binds. Well, he looks great. Well, that looks crazy. The machine god. What the fuck? Is this a Warhammer reference? The Omnissiah protects. The machine god reached out across the empty vastness looking for his people, the poor, the mistreated, those society had cast aside. And why were these people shunned? Because they looked different, because they had been injured often while protecting the very same people who now turned them away. These persecutors were eager to see them as nothing more than damaged goods, unfit for this world. They were not completely wrong, because the augmented people are different. They are the chosen. The machine god whispers in their ears. He tells them the next step in evolution. He invites them to see the filth of the world behind the ascent to the singularity. Are you willing to become one of the chosen children? Yeah, I'll see you along with the Adeptus Mechanicus on Mars, you crazy person. Ale, no thanks.
Some of us remembered, Builder.
Cult
Do not
this
give
time.
up faith in the church. I pray that the mother will change her mind.
Eey.
We will all find our way to the machine god.
Breach software. Breach mode. Great, we've got machine cultists now. Huh. The Icarus wings.
We must hang on. There is always hope.
Rating 3.
Seeker, you are here to see the Builder? He has been asleep, but I cannot wake him. I do not know if he will recover.
Huh.
The singularity is near, Sever. We must hang on. Who gave us the means of our salvation?
security rating too high. I can't do this yet.
Do not give up faith in the church.
Well, I'll come back later, I suppose. More locked doors.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Yeesh.
Anyone who knows it. Not until they evict us too.
Co to jako znamená? Chápu, že tam nedáme.
No chance you'll be evicted anytime soon, right? Traitor.
Terrible, is it not? Seems anyone can be guilty by association.
Remain calm. I'm sure supplies will arrive soon.
Tamhle! Terorista! Skvělý. Další zatracený aut. No,
What God
to je
gave you wasn't
pěkný.
good enough, was it? Now look. You brought this on yourself.
Yeah.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Don't I have a stop worm or whatever? Breach mode, which I don't really care for. Short primer on objectives. Take subway.
Sorry, I cannot help.
Shower. Use somebody's shower. Praxis kit. Beer.
Please, leave me alone.
I just took his stuff. Seems he's a broken man who lost a lot of people.
But the non-augmented peoples of the world had failed to grasp his theory.
program initiated. Access denied.
Ah! I was so close. I know I should probably be leveled up more, but I'm persistent. I'm persistent as folk.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Damn it. Well, I'll do it later.
Power to the people.
He's on the balcony! Lash him out!
Don't press your luck.
Dogs.
This is going to be easy!
I have no idea what that was about, but... knocked him on his ass. I have no idea what just happened. But they attacked me for whatever reason.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Looks like they're running quite the stink. We already read this.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Got everything. Whoa. They got some ammo. A battle rifle, huh? And a shotgun. How much? Stun gun, machine gun. EMP ammo. I'm gonna drop the pistol. I can always come back. Well, tactical shotgun. How do I put away weapons? Oh, R2, L2 squared.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
More rifles. Looks like they were running quite the operation. I don't know what happened. They just came out through their door and started attacking me for no reason, and I have no idea why. Well, some of their stuff is mine now, or will be. Battle rifle's too large. I never really cared much for the pistol. Stop worm.
I used to watch all the gangster movies. I thought it was so cool. And the first time I got held up, I actually pissed myself.
Yeah, well, you get what you pay for. I'll come back when I've upgraded.
Stop my ears from ringing. It's like the attack will never end. I can hear explosions in my sleep. Man, like this happening over and over again. And they won't stop until the city is destroyed. Until the world is destroyed.
Like, he's got issues.
Join us, brother.
Cultists.
I was lost. Like you, friend.
Well, we're going several places. Looks like we got ourselves quite the neighborhood.
I have a real craving for barbecue.
Well, you should come to America then.
That's very interesting.
Not live in fear any longer.
We are at the brink of new age.
Not it. Well, this place is all we have now. Better than being in Golem City, I suppose.
Take control of your destiny, brother.
Have you heard of this Church of the Machine God? It seems perfect for us.
Yeah, in Warhammer. And it's not pretty there. If anything, it's worse.
Seeker, are you prepared for the Ascension?
No.
I think you've got the wrong guy.
No, I can see your purity. You are close, so close. And the Singularity Church of the Machine God can help take you the rest of the way. You know of it?
I don't think your church can help me get where I'm going.
Each of us lives with needs and desires, begging and howling for attention, for fulfillment. We barely have time to ponder. What, if anything, lies beyond this wretched world?
And you have some idea of what that might be?
I am but a servant, tasked with spreading the word and offering hope to those who have none. But I have the teachings of the church to guide me. What would you like to know?
This Singularity Church of the Machine God. For augmented only?
The word of the Mother. Only the gifted will ascend. She has cast out the flesh-flawed in preparation.
So you're here on a recruitment drive, to fill up the numbers.
And more. The Builder lives in this place. The dreamer of our ascension. Now, cast out at the will of the Mother.
Let me guess. He's one of the flesh-flawed.
No. He simply had a crisis of faith. But I am not so blinded by my faith as others are. He was a friend once, a mentor, a leader in our church. Some of us remember. Do you have more questions?
Saw your builder upstairs. He's not doing so well.
I was afraid of this. His flesh is failing, as his faith did. Perhaps the Mother was right to cast him out before he could tarnish the Ascension.
Doesn't say much for your church that you abandoned someone for asking questions. Not going to do much for your recruitment drive.
One of the chosen holds vigil. That is all I can do. Yosef's passion turned to bitter poison, and the flesh is weak. There is nothing more to say, Seeker. Do you have more questions?
Yeah, we broke into his house.
Tell me more about this ascension.
Our minds will depart their corporeal shells and merge with the divine consciousness of the Machine God. This is the ascension.
Sounds like you're talking about uploading a copy of your brains to a computer. I didn't think that was possible yet.
Thanks to the Builder, it is. But it is much more than a simple copy. It is transference. Yosef called it an evolution of the human condition. Do you have more questions, Seeker?
Nope. So okay, so some more positives. Even though the game's character models and visuals may not be up to par as other games, like the earlier Mass Effect trilogy, I gotta give props to Eidos Montreal for improving in the animations. Like, before, in Human Revolution, the characters would make the same body movements almost robotically. Like, and it was a distraction at first, but I got over it. But playing now this game, they clearly improved there. Like, Jensen is not jittering like a toy soldier malfunctioning. He's actually moving much more naturally, and the same with the other characters as well. So it's like, you know, in the first Mass Effect, you know, a lot of the characters made the same animations, but it was at least covered up due to how realistic everyone looked. Whereas in this, it's not the case, but they don't have that same level of graphical realism is not the same, but I at least respect them for trying to add more life to them in terms of movement. They're not just standing there repeating the same things like a glitched machine over and over. So credit where it's due.
Nothing right now. Maybe some other time.
Very well, Seeker. I will be here if you change your mind.
Yeah, look at that. Like, Adam, you know, he shakes his head and everything.
The machine god will bring you peace.
He doesn't just stand there.
You are one of the gifted, friend. Join us in the machine
god. Cops. Map menu. Important locations including merchants, sewer accesses, and metro stations.
What the hell?
Welcome to Prague.
Even at the mouth of the district. Maybe we could do this some other time, huh? I'll get back to you.
I'm watching you, friend. No funny moves. Buy what you need and clear out.
Ah, black market.
You looking for the best prices in Prague? I'm not talking hot dogs here.
If the hot dogs aren't your main business, why don't you have a store?
See, this way, I get to keep my overhead down and pass on the savings to the customers.
Entrepreneurial.
Better believe it.
What have you got?
Well, I got info. The kind that's worth something.
Could always use reliable intel.
Who couldn't? But for that, I only accept payment in Europozine.
What?
I don't have any.
Sorry, it's a deal breaker. But find me again if you get any, okay?
Europozine. That's the medication that just about everyone who is augmented needed, so that they didn't go crazy. From, you know, it's like it's a thing where, you know, the nerves and machines, you know, the machine meets with the organic bits. Like, if it's not treated with that medication, then they run the risk of going, well, kinda nuts. But Adam didn't need it, 'cause it was revealed through side missions, and eventually throughout, I guess, partial in the main story, that Adam is actually not a naturally born human being. He was actually a genetic experiment. And the two scientists that were working on him took pity on him and rescued him. So it's because of that experimenting, he doesn't need neuroprazine. He took to the augmentations without the need of it. Uh-oh, looks like Kohler's area's a bit preoccupied.
License, permit, voucher, document of authority, temporary pass, travel coupon, and/or certificate of authenticity.
Good old days, we'd just ask for ID.
Good old days are gone. Haven't seen one of these before. Orange level. You are some kind of badass?
Something like that.
Just someone with a job to do.
And the tools to do it, obviously. Go on through.
Thank you.
Jensen, I'm getting worried. Should I be calling every police station in town looking for you?
That's not necessary. I'll be in soon.
Good, because we've got work to do.
Teresa.
What can I get you? Beer? Something else?
What else have you got?
Oh, just an item of interest.
For someone who lives off of their sales, you're unusually reserved.
Well, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust, especially these days. For example, I don't suppose you have any neuropozyne you would be willing to spare, do you?
Sorry, I don't.
That's okay, I understand. Times are tough. Is there anything I can do for you?
Nothing, thanks.
Okay, but I'm not sure why you wasted your time coming in here.
It's called... Hey, it's called world building and getting myself acquainted, bitch. Missy. Pardon the French. Or Czech, whichever.
I will pretend I didn't see that. Look, I don't have any change.
Block.
I know it's irrational. I'm not carrying
State police.
That's for me to find out. Hold still. Then you have nothing to worry about. Okay, hands behind your back. Oh, I know. You're innocent. Just like everyone else.
My last job was for a couple of bouncers. They liked beating people up, so they used me for practice.
Think this is abuse of authority? Believe me, this isn't.
Go inside the bookstore. This is the other place I have to go. Mini Market, Church of the Machine God. Alarm panel, huh? Whoa, what's with that rock? Whoa. Should I?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
So now they won't call. Now they can't trigger alarms in case I end up doing something by accident.
Street is off limits, Oyobok. Private function. All businesses are temporarily closed.
Fucking Yoki. Have no pride.
You're looking for Vaclav, aren't you? I can tell. You'd better be careful. A bunch of Dvali thugs have taken an interest in you.
Beat it. I'm not interested.
Resolution 3507, a problem for all. Litlek. If you're augmented, you must be aware that the United Nations are sleeping peacefully at night beneath the cover of their olive branch with dreams of stripping you of your rights and dignity. The UN's Resolution 3507 is an obscene moral betrayal. Rutgers ARC are rightfully attacking the insidiously labeled Human Restoration Act for going against the very things United Nations supposedly stand for. The UN, it's hardly what I would call moral these days. Without a control chip inserted for good behavior and official papers congratulating you on your loss of rights, resistant Augs will be promptly herded into more suitable accommodation, courtesy of their local law enforcement. Welcome to Golem, citizen. But what if you're all natural, 100% prime society steak? Doesn't affect you, does it? Well, you know what they say, you give them an inch, they take a mile, because, you know, where does it stop? Consider this, 13 elected individuals have ruled that over 7 million human beings must give up their livelihoods without appeal to be licensed and monitored as criminals, and I'm guessing you weren't asked for your opinion. Augmented or not, who will the next inscrutable world power summarily judge as problematic? Resolution 3507 puts the world on notice that organizations like the UN feel they can do what they wish. It's time to tell them otherwise or become the next pariah and vogue. We have been warned. Yup. Big government, especially world government. Like, yeah, it sounds all peachy keen in theory, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have liberty in my own country than be domineered by an unelected official in a large, tyrannical one. Fuck the UN. Panchaea at the bottom of the deep blue secrecy. In 2027, Panchaea was humanity's titanic plan to save the world. A 1.5-kilometer deep installation plunging to the bottom of the Arctic Ocean. Built by a 100% augmented workforce, it was our hopeful answer to climate change, until it mysteriously blew up on the day the Augs went crazy. 2 years after the incident, it remains conveniently unclear what happened at Panchaea. Amidst conflicting reports of human remains, corporate sabotage, and radioactive salvage, we wait for the official truth. Engineering, failure, or another augmented horror story. More and more, Panchaea feels like $1 trillion hole in which to hide $1 trillion secret. Nice basement. The hell is this? What is this, like a secret strip club prostitution ring or something? I don't know. There's a big bastard sword in here. Wouldn't it be cool if you could go around chopping people up with that? That'd be sweet. R.U.R. Rossum's Universal Robots. Karel Čapek. Kolstvini Dramovas Beauty Camille Tick, blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna read the check. A dramatic comedy in 3 acts. Cast of characters. Harry Domine, Robot Factory Director. Ines Fabry, Chief Technical Director. Dr. Gall, Head of Physiology and Research. Dr. Halamir, Head of Robot Psychology and Education. Consul Busman, Chief Commercial Director. Stavitel Alquist, Clerk of Works. Helena Gloriova, President of the Humanity League. Nana Nanny. Marius. Sula Radius. Damon. Primus. Helena. All robots. Some kind of... Okay, so some kind of underground movie or whatever. Ooh. Pocket secretary. Irenka Bauer. Worried about you. Dear sister, I no longer know what to do. From Thomas Bauer. I've entertained your science fiction fantasies for months now, but I fear it's only making things worse. You are rehearsing for a role that does not exist, using Robot Helena to hide from what the world has become. I want to help you, Irenka, but I don't know how. Please tell me what to do. Well, that was weird. So it's blocked off, so I gotta go Find another way.
You feel that?
What?
It's in the air. You can almost taste it like a static charge after a thunderstorm. What happened at Ruzika is going to change things.
You make it sound like it was a positive thing.
Maybe it was. Maybe in the long run we'll see that it was. Birth is always painful. Yeah, change is definitely in the air. This city feels different.
She says change is in the air.
I said your papers are expired.
He just extended my contract. I need to get to work so
I
they
can't live like this.
Metro.
I should have thought of this yesterday.
The mini market. A bowling ball. Edward Broad. Permit delay, need more money. Dear Mr. Edward Broad, this is a Broad or Broad, I don't know. This is a reminder of the deal you made with the official office of permitification. Given the tenuous nature of your demand for extended legal status, you need to pay more. I'll be sending some men and you will pay them. Inspector Drahomir Koniki, official office of permits and permit relation matters. Well, I guess that explains where the owner went. He's fucked.
Sounds like they used the fountain as a bathroom. Nothing too vicious.
Going to the bookstore.
No, we had our golden years. With these attacks and
What the? Oh. Computer screen.
If I were them, never mind.
How do I get in, though? Wait a minute.
Of course it's easier. That's what the Tractate Palace says, right? Our corporate privacy laws are full.
How do I get in? Do I go to the side right there? Or what?
They should feel like the floor's about to give out under them.
Floss and Mel's computer.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
are secure.
Well, it's not a secret entryway.
Watch out. Cowards with the bombs in the dumpsters.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Welcome to the Santal Group. Congratulations, Felice. We confirm that your application for a full-time position at Santal has been accepted. All recruiters in Prague are being recalled to the city of Rabia and Oman, which means you'll be accompanying them as the newest member of our team. You will hear from our transfer team shortly, and we'll move to Rabia within the week. On behalf of Santal, I want to thank you for all your hard work under difficult circumstances. Carol Massiere, Employee Services Manager of the Santal Group. Still friends? I'm sorry too. Floss and I do understand, even though I was a complete bitch last night. I shouldn't have said those things about Santal. They don't make you a bad person. Obviously, the job has been good for you. Way better than cleaning toilets. Anyway, but I still don't like your script. When you said you'd miss me since I went on overtime, I thought you were blaming me for why we barely talk anymore. That's why I got upset. I'm off late shift in a few days, so let's try and get drunk one last time before you leave. It's going to be lonely here without my girl. I'll see you when I get home. Mel. Me. I feel off. Mel. I feel awful after our fight last night. I'm so sorry. I know it's been hard for you, seeing me excited talking about leaving, buying new clothes, and just last month we could barely afford to eat out. I should have been more considerate, but I was so excited I just wish you could come. I even asked if there was a position for you, but they said no. That's why I got mad when you said I didn't care about it. But now I'm about to leave. I really feel like I'm abandoning you. Maybe you were right about Santal, just pretending to care about people, but I can't miss this chance. Please understand. I love you, Flossie. Who names themselves Flossie? Oh, whatever. More world building. And another book. Global Politics Review 2029 edition, Chapter 5, The Fall of the American Empire. Uh-oh. The AUG incident has served to further widen existing fractures in the American Union. Increasingly draconian measures enacted by the government to establish order have done little but stoke the fires of extremism and goad the indolent discontented into action. The gulf between the haves and have-nots continues to widen. Radical constitutionalist groups have taken to militant action, and intimations of secession have been heard from various quarters of the continental U.S., particularly the northwest states and Texas. There is little to suggest that the United States will be able to claw its way out of this chasm in the near future. Ugh. Civil unrest from government over big brothering has caused a rift. Excuse me. Okay. So that wasn't a shortcut, so we gotta go further up this way. I ended up using a stop bug.
Don't forget about your permit authentication card.
Hey! Have you got the document?
Hey! Doc Larry. Show me latest papers. Otherwise you cannot go through here.
I know the drill.
What?
The drill has changed. Too many forgeries. All OGs must now carry a supplementary permit authentication card. Do you have this card?
Ugh. Bluff.
I'll clear it up with the people I work for. They'll take care of it.
And who do you work for exactly?
Does it matter? You worried I might outrank you?
Of course not. These rules, they apply to everyone. Besides, I am regional director of document checking. I report to God directly. It is God who tells me that if you continue this way, without proper permit, I am morally obliged to shoot you.
Wow.
Is that my friend? I know it's terrible the way they make laws against your kind. But listen, maybe I can do something to help. We could come to an understanding.
What kind of understanding?
Lucky for you, I know a guy. An expert in permitification. A document agent. He offers permits, authentication cards. Peace of mind. With his help, you go wherever you want, whenever you want. No more hassles. What do you say?
Seems to me you're taking advantage of Ogs. Well, I don't want to make a scene. Guess you stop Ogs and offer him this opportunity to do business with them. Negotiate. Supposing I wanted to pass through right here before getting this special document of yours. Any way for me to do that? Let's play along, see what he says.
This document agent you mentioned, you see the one in charge? He gets you to stop Ogs and offer them this opportunity to do business with him.
Go see for yourself. My friend has documents to pass checkpoints, to keep police off your back, to get into parts of Prague you never knew existed. Tell him Drahomir sent you. You'll see. I give you address, yes?
Alright, give me the address. I think I'd like to see who's behind all this.
Chekashka. There's a courtyard behind the apartment building. Very easy to find. My friend will be there. He will get you latest permit card. Just pay him and don't ask questions.
Meet the agent. Getting harder for Ogs to move around the city. Seen checkpoints before, but never quite like this one. Drahomir's got going. He whispers promises to augmented people in need of documentation. Tells them that everything's going to be just fine, as long as you keep quiet and pay the price. Cop named Drahomir running one of the shadier Og checkpoints I've ever seen. Should meet his friend. If I want to learn more about his operation, he'll be waiting for me by a courtyard behind an apartment building in Prakazga. I think I know the place he's talking about. Used to be an old toy factory.
They smell. Don't blow your cover.
Right over there, actually.
I'm serious. I saw him last night, out behind the restaurant. He had a mallet in one hand, a bag in the other.
That's an urban myth.
Actually, I'm pretty sure if you've ever eaten a chicken foot, you weren't eating chicken feet, if you know what I mean.
Don't say that.
I mean, you were probably eating feet. That part is true. Just not the right animal.
I'm gonna be sick. I am officially a vegetarian.
If you're eating in the chicken foot, order carefully. Your life may depend on it.
Your cases. Homeless area.
Have you ever pieced rainbows? Neon is a beautiful.
Mother ebook. More on the Juggernaut Collective. Manifesto. We are Juggernaut. We are not anarchists. We are not terrorists. We are not criminals or political dissidents or hackers or the disaffected. This is how they define us, but we are Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! Ugh. They have made the rules, they have passed the laws, they have created the systems that keep them in power. Systems where their methods and standards and mindsets are valued. Systems that keep the rest of us in our place. Rules for me, but not for thee. No. Rules for thee, but not for me. That's what I mean. For thee, but not for me. We are like you, only we have a common goal to expose the truth. We are like you, only we will no longer ignore the man behind the curtain. We will illuminate the power mongers. They are the shadowy cabals that seek to control us. They sit in the halls of power and reign over the masses with God-given right. This cannot last. It will not last. We will bring down their institutions. We will expose their secrets and let you judge. We are Juggernaut. You are Juggernaut. Why is Juggernaut?
Please, I can pay you. You must have neuropathy.
Sorry, we only sell rainbows. A different kind of drug. It is called neon. Make you forget all about neuropathy.
My sister and I need medicine. We need neuropathy.
I told you, not my kind of merchandise, and not my problem.
You don't look like you're in withdrawal.
Uh-huh.
My product isn't for you. Trust me.
Move it.
Restricted zone, so I can't go in there yet. I like that he grabs onto ledges. He didn't do that before in the previous game. Means there's more freedom of movement. I like that. You know, you gotta give it to the Crysis games. They really revolutionized movement in first-person shooters. But grabbing onto ledges.
Not now.
Where am I in relation to everything else?
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm not in the mood to talk to some stranger.
Oh, what's over here? Ah. Sewers or something. Well, I can't walk on that, now can I? Can't turn off any circuit breakers or anything. I'm gonna need something else. This leads back.
You need to see Drachemir first. I don't handle new customers.
Uh-oh. I didn't want to do that. So, yeah, I can't do sneaky, sneaky, steely, steely when they're watching me.
Eating feet? That part must be life a hard way.
Please, I can pay you. You must have neuropathy. Sorry, we only sell rainbows. A different kind of drug. It is called neon. Make you forget all about neuropathy. My sister and I need medicine. We need neuropathy. I told you, not my kind of virgin. Not my problem. You don't look like you're in big trouble.
Scholar.
I'm here.
Oh, look at these. You look like one of those singularity church. Crazy.
Crazy, sure, but definitely not one of them. Okay, open this up again. I didn't check this. Whoa, what's this? Explorer. Per aspera ad astra, Latin, or simply ad astra, means through hardships to the stars. Yup, Latin. We are a community-minded support group established in 2028 by American expatriate Royal Crosby, who names their son Royal. Our goal is to rebuild the community of man by helping the augmented reintegrate into our neighborhoods. Our belief is that through compassion, understanding, the respect, we find harmony between the augmented and the naturals. When the peaceful ways that we have been preaching are met with violence, when the innocent people are beaten and chained and treated as though they are less than human, when ordinary citizens scorn and spit on the augmented. When all these things happen, we have no choice but to push back. But when we push back, it is with kindness and compassion, with acts, not action. Pretty sure acts and actions are the same thing. More parts to sell. Nuke virus software. Beer, and more beer that I don't want. Condolences. Alas, Frankie Valek. Franca, I heard about Thomas. I don't know what to say except that I'm so sorry. When I heard about the bombing, I never imagined anything like this. I suppose no one ever thinks that someone close to them will be caught up in one of these attacks. Is there anything I can do? I can come into town to take care of little Piotr, APK. The lotto. You've won! We are pleased to inform you of the result of the lottery. Approved. Congratulations. Make some nuts. Blah, blah, blah. Take blah, blah, blah. Mr. Bob Smith. Steve won the lottery, supposedly. Unless it's a scam. It's always a possibility. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Whoa. Huh. Sneak in over there, huh? Let me save right here.
This area is restricted to you, Og. You're, not on the guest.
You're looking for permit.
I was stopped by someone named Drahomir at a checkpoint. He sent me here. Apparently you help Augs with documentation, upgrade their permits.
You have the money?
Maybe. You want to tell me what I'm paying for exactly?
You pay to get your name on the list. Melina upstairs, she works on your shiny new permit. You come back in 1 week to pick it up. Standard pickup fee will apply.
How much do you charge people for this?
Not people. Augs. 35,000 credits.
Confront or bluff?
Your buddy said this one was on the house, because I'm such a nice guy.
Drahomir would never say that.
What would he say? Something like, gouge every Aug sucker I send you for as much money as you possibly can? Is that how this works?
Look, just give me what you have, and I'll put your name on the list. That's how it works. Melina does surprisingly good work, puts more effort in than we ask her to.
Insult. Attack or sneak around. I'll try sneaking around.
I think I've heard all I need to about your offer, and about your friend upstairs. I'm gonna try my chances without the papers for now.
Suit yourself. Only a matter of time before they come knocking at night.
I was here.
bombing. The third day in Prague.
Sneak around. Door locked. Huh. I don't know.
Next time you're admiring Prague, don't forget to be actor and explore one
Well, it looks like I stumbled onto into a real side quest. More crafting parts. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Sniper rifle ammo. Confront the forger upstairs. Milena. Uh-oh, I'm running full. Get rid of this. I don't need that. EMP pistol ammo. Stun gun ammo. Another newspaper. Same one. Okay. He jumps too high and I can't control it. There's the breaker. Turn that shit off. Ugh. That required some ingenuity, but I took a huge beat to my health. Okay then. That didn't do anything.
The Ogs are scared.
By
tomorrow, we will be so busy you will be complaining about that.
I ended up going in a big circle. But perhaps I can go up here then.
That bombing was bad for business. I think we just need to...
Let me save game again, just in case.
Be a little patient. Fucking washes the uniform this time. You're dead? Go check. Say something? Didn't think so. You're going? Take that to you!
That didn't work. I'm not giving him money, and I want XP from stealth, so I'm doing this my way. Razorfist was right. If you think you found maybe one way, there's at least 20 ways to do something. Oh.
You're looking for fun. You don't want to keep doing that. should look.
Find out.
Knock him out. Don't need that. What's this? Another pocket secretary. Franz Treyfil. Propeller Frog Boy. How many times must I tell you to stop changing the codes? Koniki and Haraki is my mother's legacy. We must not use it for toys anymore, but we still use it, and mother's codes must never change. The code to the locker on the right must be 1998, the year mother invented Propeller Frog Boy. May they both rest in peace. Propeller Frog Boy, huh? Must have been a toy or something. Nope, wrong one. Sweet. Can't do anything.
Please, don't shoot me.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Arts and crafts?
I think you work for those scam artists out there. Or do they work for you?
It was never meant to be a scam. More like social services for the disaffected. You know, like no OG left behind.
Looks like a forgery ring to me.
I hate the word forgery. I prefer graphic arts activism. I help people to be other people. And seriously, try getting anywhere with forgery on your resume.
You're involved in something that takes advantage of people, and you're worried about your resume?
That may have come out wrong. I mean, yes, career is important, but it's not everything. I know that. I tend to get really nervous when I'm stressed. I'm stressed when... which always just makes things worse. Oh, okay, look. I have no reason to be nervous here, do I? You're totally on my side, right? One of the good guys. Not like Drahomir.
Your friends are out there imitating OGs, preying on their fears of getting deported. It seems like you're part of that. You'd be lucky not to go to jail, or I'm not here to make you nervous. I just need you to explain to me the essentials of what's been going on here.
I'm not here to make you nervous. I just need you to explain it to me. The essentials of what's been going on here.
Essentials. Right. Essentially, I was trying to help my augmented friends.
The way I saw it out there, the promise of fake documents was being used to extort people. How does that help them?
The extortion part sucks. I swear to you, I'm totally anti-extortion.
Obviously.
Let me explain better. The government, they print up these official permits each month. But they only sell them to the rich corporate and military allies. Meanwhile, the other Augs, they get cattled out of the city because their documents aren't up to date enough. That's what was happening to my friends.
Government corruption versus organized crime, and regular people caught in the middle. Gotta love the classics.
Government corruption versus organized crime, and regular people get caught in the middle. You gotta love the classics.
When it was just me, I didn't charge anyone. But then Drahomir shows up and turns it into this big operation with fake checkpoints and ridiculous fees. I didn't want anything to do with that. I wanted to stop.
Why didn't you?
I was scared. Drahomir said he would kill me. Looked at me kind of like you're looking at me now. You're not going to kill me, are you?
What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. Look, the real problem is Drahomir and that checkpoint of his. Without him in the picture, the rest of them couldn't run a lemonade stand. Maybe you could... You know...
You think I just walk around shooting people?
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so stab him, scare him, or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms. Scam artists or not.
Ghost trophy.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone, we should do whatever we can, right?
Depends on what you have in mind.
It depends what you have in mind.
The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
Sort of?
Drahomir flooded the streets with forgeries, so the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made. And I think we can really help these people. If you're willing.
Man of the people, draconian government. It's a lose-win, win-lose situation regardless. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna be Robin Hood.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Brod and Renke Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic, that people get deported anyway. How does this help them?
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
Alright. I'll go meet Edward and Irenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others would leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
Yeah, I came out through there.
What about you?
Way ahead of you.
Not only do these guys have no restrictions.
Already read this. Security door. City designed for you. We are the most technologically advanced generation in history. At an individual level, we have successfully integrated the best of this new technology into our bodies and into our lives. At a communal level, however, many of us feel out of place in our surroundings. The cities we inhabit are at best repositories of old architecture and old prejudice that no longer match our potential or our needs. At worst, they feel openly hostile to what we have become. Augmented citizens across the globe recognize the need for a new kind of city. We need a new capital of progress that isn't held back by outdated design models and cynical political institutions. Sounds like they want to create their version of Rapture. We need a place like Rabia, an accessible, progressive, eco-friendly metropolis shining like a beacon in the plains of Oman. It may sound like a utopic fantasy, but Rabia is not a city born of dreams. Rabia has been conceived and constructed by the Santau Group out of necessity as a place our generation needs. It is a city designed for you. It's a trap! No beer. New praxis point. Can't use it until I'm fixed, unfortunately. Authentication code. Meet with Edward and Irenka and deal with Drahomir.